DC Comics has been dominating the animated world for decades now, and they have shown no signs of slowing down. From Batman the Animated Series to the recent Harley Quinn show, DC has consistently produced quality animated content that has captured the hearts of fans everywhere. And with so many upcoming projects on the horizon, I'd say it's an exciting time to be a fan of DC animation. So today, we'll go over pretty much every upcoming DC animated project, from movies to TV shows and everything in between. First up, we have My Adventures with Superman, which is an upcoming action comedy series, obviously based on the character of Superman, that was originally slated for Cartoon Network, but now this series will premiere in summer of 2023 on Adult Swim. The series follows Clark Kent as he builds his secret Superman identity and embraces his role as the hero of Metropolis. Lois Lane takes aspiring photographer Jimmy Olsen under her wing, all the while Clark and Lois share a really unique bond and take on classic Superman adventures. Justice League Warworld is the next animated film in the new DC Tomorrowverse universe lineup of films and serves as the first Justice League team-up movie in this new universe. Not much is known about the film other than the fact that it was originally slated for a summer 2023 release date and will most likely feature Mongol as the main villain and Warworld as the core setting of the movie. We can assume that the cast will feature iconic heavy hitters of the Justice League like Batman and Superman, which is shown after the post-credit scene in Legion of Superheroes, in which you saw Batman and Superman get teleported into Warworld. This animated project brings to life an original story featuring the first Mexican version of The Dark Knight, set against the backdrop of the history of Mexico and the culture of Mesoamerica. The tale centers on a young Aztec boy whose father is murdered by Spanish conquistadors. The central character trains with his mentor to develop equipment and weaponry to confront the Spanish invasion and avenge his father's death. The project was originally slated to premiere on HBO Max sometime in 2023. Harley Quinn Season 4 was greenlit, obviously, for a fourth season last year, shortly after the third season of the show had aired on HBO Max, and the fourth season will most likely premiere on the new Max streaming service sometime in 2023, with all the voice actors returning for their particular roles. Batman Caped Crusader is an upcoming animated show that will premiere on Amazon Prime Video, with Matt Reeves, Bruce Timm, and J.J. Abrams producing the series. The show was announced back in May of 2021, and details were revealed during DC Fandom 2021 as well. The show was originally going to air on Cartoon Network and HBO Max, but it was sold off to other streaming services for the taking after Discovery and the Warner Media acquisition, in which Discovery, David Zaslav and company pretty much decided to sell off a lot of their animated IPs. There's been no release window for the show slated so far. 2 seasons of the show have been ordered by Amazon, and the series is stated to be sort of a reimagining of the Batman mythology, with Bruce Timm, Matt Reeves, and J.J. Abrams describing it as a thrilling, cinematic, and evocative of Batman's noir roots, while diving deeper into the psychology of Batman. Comic writer Ed Brubaker will serve as the head writer of the show, and will kind of serve the show as a sort of spiritual successor to Batman the Animated Series, with Bruce Timm on the helm of the project. Confirmed by James Gunn, Creature Commandos is currently slated for a 2024 release date, with the cast having been announced not too long ago. The animated series will premiere on the Max streaming service and will also serve as the first introduction into the new DC universe helmed by James Gunn and Peter Safran. It was the first project announced during James Gunn's announcement of some of the shows and films in Chapter 1 of the DC universe, titled Gods and Monsters. Gunn also confirmed that some of the characters in Creature Commandos will also make live action appearances in other shows and films in the new DCU, played by the same voice actors. So if they were to make a live action appearance, it'll be the exact same actors who will voice them in the animated show. Gunn and Safran have also stated that Creature Commandos will be a Black Ops team formed by Amanda Waller, who will be played by Viola Davis. This version of the team will take place during the present day instead of World War II like they are in the comics. We know that Waller will be getting a series featuring the Peacemaker cast, and the Creature Commandos can be used as an expansion of Amanda Waller's Task Force X project. Some of the confirmed characters include Rick Flag Sr., Nina Mazursky, Dr. Phosphorus, Frankenstein's Monster, G.I. Robot, Weasel, who was a character in James Gunn's Suicide Squad film, The Bride, and John Economos from Peacemaker and the post-credit scene from Shazam! Fury of the Gods. A spin-off animated show about Kite-Man that takes place in the same universe as the Harley Quinn show on HBO Max was reportedly ordered on HBO Max sometime last year. The project titled Noonans, in which the series will focus on Kite-Man and his new love interest Golden Glider, as they moonlight as criminals to support their foolish purchase of the Noonans bar, as HBO Max gave the show a 10-episode order. A DC animated film centered on the Metal Men was announced in December of 2021, which was said to be made by the same team responsible for films like Disney's The Little Mermaid, Aladdin, and The Princess and the Frog. Nothing has been said about any further development of the project in recent times, but the Metal Men in DC Comics are a group of superhero metal robots made from the various elements, each with almost limitless shape-shifting abilities. They were created by a robotics expert and elemental genius named Dr. William Magnus. The Metal Men consists of 6 robots, which include gold, platinum, mercury, iron, tin, and lead. Ever since its initial announcement, there's really been no new news or updates on the development of this said project, so it's really kind of up in the air whether it's happening, which shares another similarity with this next project that I will talk about. A DC animated film centering around the Milestone characters was announced during DC Fandom 2021. As I stated before, no further updates have been really released, or there has been really no further development on the project that we know of since its initial announcement in DC Fandom of 2021. Milestone co-founder Dennis Cowan stated how the film would focus on more than one character, hinting at an ensemble cast of characters like Static, Hardware, Icon, Rocket, pretty much to be included in the film. James Gunn on Twitter announced how Wonder Woman would have animated projects centered around her and her mythos in the future of James Gunn's plan for the DC universe. It's likely a Wonder Woman animated show is in the works to likely premiere on the Max streaming service, as Gunn himself stated that giving more highlight to Wonder Woman in animation was one of his first priorities when he was given the CEO title of DC Studios. Right now we have the Paradise Lost live action spin-off show, which is centered to take place on the Amazons before Wonder Woman's essential birth, so that could maybe tie into the future mythos of Wonder Woman. During December of 2022, it was announced that a deal was finalized between Warner Brothers Animation and Amazon to produce a myriad of DC animated projects set to release on Amazon Prime Video. This has already been shown with Batman Caped Crusader set for 2 seasons on Prime Video, and we'll know in the years to come what type of DC animated shows or films we can expect with this future partnership. And there you have it. Pretty much every single DC animated show and film that we know about so far was or is slated for a future release. Obviously, I left out some future projects, mainly any like kids stuff or projects that clearly no one really cares for or has any interest in. Like, seriously, what the hell is this? And let me know in the comments down below if you have any interest for these upcoming projects, and if you do, which one you were looking forward to the most.